And like I was saying, is that it's all about protecting the crown and protecting the art. Now, if anything is threatening that, then more than likely I'm going to step up and try to solve that problem and end it. Because I have to look at it like this: the art is so important, right? And the crown is so important to a woman. Is that the people that are, or things that are trying to destroy it, are not important at all. So I understand how important it is. So I have to. I'm going to come up, depending on the situation per person. If just say a girl is at home, and she got problems because the dude won't let her go to a casting or whatever like that, and he's a threat to her modeling, a thing that she's trying to do or whatever like that, right? Or beat her up or whatever it may be or some shit like that. Just say it's some conflict or whatever, right? I more than likely, I'm gonna talk to her about it, and then I'm explaining to her that, see, man, see, with my problem solving, man, I'm not playing no games. I'm not having no long ass way of doing stuff, man. I'm having like right to the point type of shit to get it done. And I have to look at that person. Are you willing to work on that with me? Because I'm an extremist. And I built my mindset to be like that. And it got like that from being in that murder ass city, Milwaukee, though. I've seen too much stuff. So murders and all that shit. So my brain is like a little bit different. But the thing is, I'm extremist. I'm an extremist. So I am willing to do probably more than what another person would do to solve a problem, especially if it's somebody under DOH. So the thing is, if that happens, and say that situation happens, I'm gonna talk to her, and I'm gonna be like, you don't have to remove yourself from the environment. That's all, dude. Ain't no more talking. Ain't no more talking to a dude who is trying to destroy your crown or art. Once you got that one attack, once you see that one threat, the relationship is over. Ain't no healing, no nothing. That dude meant what he did, dude. And if he didn't mean what he did, dude, then he don't play with you like that. He needs some time to think about some shit on his own. We do not play about that shit, dude. You are taking the art away from somebody. You are trying to take the crown away from somebody. You're trying to stop somebody from being something that they was, a little kid or whatever and stuff. Like, that dude doesn't have that art. He don't have the right to destroy that. You don't have the right to destroy a woman's art, man. Beat her up and stuff because she want to go do something to better herself. No. You are a threat, dude. You are the enemy, and you got to be handled accordingly and shit. I'm not saying I'm gonna go out there and do all violent shit or whatever like that, dude. No, I'm gonna think smarter than that. I'm just gonna be like, you just gonna have to leave. If you're not there, he's not gonna be there, and we just have to find a way of moving around stuff or whatever it may be. But you have to get out of that environment. That environment is not good, and the environment has been like that for a while. You just didn't wake up one day and that happened. It's been like that for a while. Because I know that whatever is going on in a woman's personal life, dude, has to be somewhat chill and be somewhat cool and not problematic in order for her to focus on the art. I don't want somebody coming around me, we getting ready to do a photo shoot, or we getting ready to shoot a film type of shit and everything like that, and she got problems like that in her head while she's trying to shoot the movie. No, you're going to affect the project. I don't want you to pretend like that. I need to figure out what the problem is. We need to have a talk. What's the problem? And how are we going to fix it? I don't allow women, I don't allow women to pretend around me. You got to be your authentic self. I'm not judgmental. I'm not going to ridicule or nothing. I'm just going to ask you a whole bunch of questions in order to try to solve it. If you ain't trying to solve it with me, then you have to go home. Because you can't be here with unresolved problems and everything. I'm not fixing people's problems by myself. That's not going to happen. You got to participate, especially if it's your problem. So the woman will have to be able to look at it like, is the work that I have to do, you know what I'm saying, worth the crown and worth the art? And damn, yeah, it is. Because people got to understand, man, our ancestors give us certain things, and we get art, man. I don't know where we get it from in our genes, but we get it from somebody gives it to us. So it's an honorable thing to have that's been given to us as a gift, because we could have got some other shit. You hold on to that shit forever. You never let nobody take the art from you. That's just what it is. So that's just, the art keeps you alive. The art keeps your mind going, like all that type of stuff, man. It's just a beautiful thing, dog, for the human soul and shit like that. And you never let some nigga or some dude in a relationship take it from you or stop you from going towards getting more art. That dude got to go. That dude ain't worth it. You fuck what he bought you, what he did for you though. The art is your part of your soul, dude. And once you embrace it, and once you love it, and once you look at it like it's not a bad thing, and once you defend it and all that type of stuff, then it's gonna give you more blessings. And you can't be letting people in relationships and family members be around you and stuff, telling you what ain't gonna work, what ain't. They don't know what's gonna happen, dude. Or giving you bad vibes. You're gonna get indicators. You're gonna get bad vibes from people. And one, that's the thing with DOH queens. This is what I teach them. You act on the first indicator. You don't be like regular women that gotta wait 3, 4, 5, 6 times to see the same shit and then want to leave or something. No, you get the first indicator, dog, and you bounce them off that shit. Like, I ain't fucking with you, dude. That's the first indicator. I ain't fucking with you. You hold these niggas accountable for their actions and how they treat you. That's how I tell DOH queens to hold them accountable, dude. You don't accept that bullshit. No, dog. You ain't no regular female, though. No. You're trying to do higher things with your life. And the person that you're giving your energy to and you're around every day should understand that by now and should respect it and think before they even do anything behavior-wise stuff to alter it or destroy it. If they can't do that, they don't need to be around you. They ain't have no responsibility for their character. No. They got to go. And if the woman defends them and you want to keep him in her life after he done some shit like that, then she got to go. Because obviously she don't care about the art then. And obviously she keeping the same person around to be it, because that's the thing. It's like you can forgive somebody with that, right? You can forgive him. And then he is going to do it again in a different kind of way. It's like a dude just revealed himself. If you didn't know that about her, her art was special. If you didn't know that while you was kicking with her and everything like that, man, I think you knew. I think they know. I think because women, what women do is when they get opportunities in their art, they gonna tell the dudes that they care about and love. They gonna want to brag. They gonna say something to them, man. Especially they dudes, man. They want to talk to them about it. And women are gonna find out from that talking how serious that dude is. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna know the power of your relationship when you get off. Like, just say the modeling business, right? Or just say the modeling. I just throw that out there. You're gonna know how mentally secure your dude is when you start doing stuff like that. See, that's the problem with women. They never test their dudes' mental capacities on stuff. They usually take the dude's a word for it. Like whatever the dude is telling them that they are, that's what they're going to never really do. Like, give them a test. Like that's what I'm telling DOH queens. You got to be able to form, because DOH queens are smart enough and intelligent enough to be able to create tests. So you need to create a test to see if it triggers some crazy shit coming out of a dude's head in the beginning, before you even start giving emotions and feelings, your body and all that type of shit. In the beginning, you gotta say certain things, dude. You gotta talk certain things, dog. It's like some shit on the Omen or fucking The Exorcist. It's like you like saying shit, and then you keep saying and you keep saying and you keep talking, and then the demon gonna come out and run away, dog. It's gonna come out the body. Like, eventually, dude, it's gonna come out. See, that mentality with niggas and everything like that, it's, I mean, it wants to let you know what it is. Like, that's why I tell females, if you ever hear, especially DOH females, if you ever hear a dude call himself a nigga, you're going to be his bitch before you be his queen. It's a mentality thing that a lot of people have, dude, that destroys shit. And you're going to have indicators, dude. The number one indicator is if you call yourself a nigga. And a woman who's trying to build a business, and you're with a person that calls himself a nigga, it ain't really going to work out like that for you. You have problems, dude. Because they're not really going to truly appreciate what you're trying to do. Another thing that women who are building empires need to understand too, man, is another thing that you can look out for, dude. Because I really feel like this. It's not just males. It's energy, period, around you. It's people, period, around you. Whoever is around you, you're getting a piece of their energy. So you want people around you that's going to give you good energy, man. And you give good energy back, good energy exchange back and forth. You don't want somebody just robbing you for your energy and not giving you nothing back. You got to learn how to stop doing that. You're going to get drained that way and shit. And you don't deserve it. Nobody deserves to rob you of anything. So the thing is, I just be like, come up with ways, man, to try to figure it out. One of the biggest ways with women, if you have a dude that listens to rap music all day long and all it's talking about is killing other black people and shit that they do to females, music like that, they listen to it all day, like a lot of it and everything like that. Their favorite artists and all that. You ask them what their favorite artist is, and that's the content of the music, then you can't be with them either. Now the thing is, okay, let me say it like this. Women feel like they're superwomen, right? Women feel like, hey, if this dude is broken or whatever, if he has me, I can fix him and it's not a big deal, right? Women think that, but they'd be wrong. All the time you're wrong. You cannot fix a man unless the man wants to fix himself. And before you even help him, he has to already be doing it already. The man has to take personal responsibility for his own affliction and his own problem. Like, he got to look at himself and say, I got a problem. And then he got to be like, hey, I need to fix it. If he can't do that, he's a child. He need to be in a daycare somewhere. But man needs to be able to take a hold of his own shit. Like everybody can have problems, the dude can have problems, whatever. But if you see you have a problem, you're going to see the problem before anybody else does. Usually when somebody else sees it, it's really huge. You can't hide it no more. It just comes out. But if you know you got a problem, like males, if they know they got a problem of being around a female, so man, you got to be able to fix that, because a woman should not stop doing what she's doing in order to fix a dude's mental problem. No, that's not her job. And I don't care if she love him or not. It still ain't your job. That's not for you to do. You got other stuff you need to be doing. At least with DOH Queen. I teach them, dog. No, don't be trying to fix no broken ass nigga, dog. And I'm gonna tell you why. When a woman spends all that time trying to fix that dude and shit, and she go through all that sacrifice, all that type of shit, and that dude get kind of well, when he starts to get power again, he goes out there in the world and gives somebody else, or probably another woman, that power that he got from that girl. He don't even give the power back to the woman who gave it to him. A lot of the times. So I'm like, no, hell no. No. He got to figure that one on. He need to be a man, dude. So if he got a problem, he need to leave. You don't stop your journey and what you're doing and everything like that to stop and stand still and fix that shit. No. You be like, hey, baby, I'll be back. I'm going to work on this and stuff like that. Y'all got to keep in touch with me and all that type of stuff. And I'll let him work on this problem. Because if a woman does not allow a man to figure out his own problems, though, he's going to be a problem to you, because he's going to be a child. You're going to always have to watch over him and shit, like his mom or some shit. That ain't your job, dude. No. And women also has to stop giving niggas or these other subpar dudes the love that is supposed to be for a king. Because women, when they get a boyfriend, dude, a lot of the times they treat them like they husbands. Already, off the top. They don't even know him for like 3 months. And that dude has not earned the right to be a husband. And he has not earned the right to be treated like a husband yet. He ain't did nothing. He ain't build you anything. And was successful in it. He can't be your husband. You can't treat him like no husband now. No. And that's where women are wrong. See, I'm going to change the shit. Because women were supposed to be taught by their fathers and stuff as far as like how to be in relationships and what to expect and what to see. And a lot of their fathers wasn't around to be able to teach them shit. I'm here to be able to teach them shit now, dude. Like, for real. You cannot be letting people rob you of your art and none of that type of shit. No, man. That's a disrespect to God, man. Anybody around you should be able to respect what your art is, because your art, they're going to know you're in the arts because it's going to be shining. And they should be able to help you. Ain't saying they got to do a whole bunch of stuff, but they should be willing to help you. You need good energy. That's why I tell people to come to DLAs, though, because you got that energy around. But you need, if you're out there in the world, in your neighborhood or whatever, you need to pick and choose who you going to be around you. When you realize as a queen, when you realize you're going to be on a pursuit to build your own empire and whatever it is you're artistically going to do, right? You need to immediately start changing people that's around you. You only need people around you that is willing to help you. Because you were helpful to other people when they had problems or when they was trying to do something. The woman, she probably did some shit for them or whatever like that. All right. So now when you got something huge that you're trying to accomplish, you need good people around you too. And you might, majority going to have to pick them. And a lot of your family members going to have to go. That's a transformation right there. So you, see, when you're going after your own empire, that's when you transforming into like the queen shit. And you have to be able to have right people around you, man. All the time as you can, dude. Because you want people around you, if you slip a little bit, they catch you, though. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know something, they're going to let you know it. They're going to protect you, dude. You need that around you all the time, dude. Old family members, old boyfriends, people that's around you and everything, when they see you trying to do better and everything like that, they're going to cause a bad energy for you. They're going to pretend in the beginning that they care about it until you tell them to send about 100 emails out one day. Then they're going to disappear on your ass. That's how you find out. See, it's a difference between somebody rooting for you to win and somebody fighting for you to win. So you got a lot of people do, like, a lot of them be making bad decisions and stuff like that. The person that's in the stands screaming like, go, girl, go, 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 is not the same person that's on the battlefield like football blocking while you got while you the running back with the ball trying to get a touchdown, and they blocking and they pushing motherfuckers out the way and trying to help you get a touchdown. That ain't the same person. You want the person on the field helping you. And you got to learn how to separate it in the beginning. And women have to understand, we start taking them transformations into being queens and shit like that. Yes, it's a lot of work. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be a queen. Yeah. You got to put that work in if that's what you want to be. If that's what you want. And the work ain't that hard if you have people around you that's willing to help you. You got to go get friends, family members, whatever. You got to start changing shit. Because people are going to, when you get that ambition to go further in life and everything, people around you are going to resent that. And a lot of times you're not going to be able to hang around certain people because you're just going to be busy doing certain shit, and they're probably going to take offense to it. Especially black people, they might talk shit about you. That is right there is the changing of the guard. When you change into changing your circle and your environment, you probably have to move. You have to take your art. I would suggest people to take their art and go to another city. Because wherever you are, like in Milwaukee, right? I'm from Milwaukee. So I grew up in Milwaukee, all that type of stuff. And I ended up with the writing and everything like that. I felt like I have to take the writing outside of Milwaukee in order for the writing to get better. See, the art has to continue to get stronger and continue to get stronger because you got to know what else you can attach to it. But you can't be able to do that in the same environment that you've been in all your life all the time because you have no more inspiration like that. Like, I mean, you want to see new stuff. When you got art, you want to go to new places and stuff. You want to see how it looks on this. You want to go talk to new people. You don't want to talk to the same old people you've been talking to and seeing the same old shit. And a lot of times, a lot of people cannot get their art up in their own city because they don't get support like that. So you got to go to a different city and be around people you don't even know. And it just makes the journey even more fun that way. Because you're seeing some new shit. And if you're an artist and everything, it's like creativity on your brain, imagination on your brain. You're going to be straight new. But you got to get out your city when you're trying to be a queen. Whenever you make that transition, and you're going to feel it. Because it's really, really hard for a woman to be able to go after her art. It's really, really difficult. I don't know why it's difficult like that for women. Maybe because women got that caring and nurturing spirit. I really think it's this. Is that women don't want to sacrifice a current relationship or a current attachment for something that she does not necessarily know is going to be successful or not. And that's where you at. That's the transformation right there, right on the head. Right on the head, just like that. Women are routine, know certain stuff, right? They know how that relationship is. They've been in a relationship for a minute. They know how their friends is. They've been knowing them for all that time. Blah, blah. They know how that tick, dude. They know. They knowledgeable with that, so they know how that tick. That's cemented in their soul. What's going to pop off every day pretty much. When you have your art, it's unpredictable because you don't know. It's still fresh. You know what I'm saying? So that is at the point when, at that point right now, at that point right there is when you have to figure out if you got the fucking courage to go further, dude. You're gonna get checked. You're gonna get tested. Do you really believe in yourself? That's where it begins at. Do you really believe in what you just wrote? Do you really believe in those pictures you just took? Do you really believe in the art that you got? Do you really believe it? Do you really believe in it? Because if you really believe in your art, it becomes a weapon, and you can really pretty much go anywhere in the world and make some shit happen once you master it. But when you're trying to make it grow, when you're trying to make it cultivate into something, to be greater or something like that, you gotta make a decision. Are you willing to do what you have to do in order to get to certain places, man? To make you this, and to be around a circle of people you can learn from too now. It's just good energy. Most people who have artistic skill are around people that have bad energy, dude, and not trying to do the same thing as them, and then people fuck their art up, man. Because the people that's around you don't even pay attention to it. And sometimes women be thinking like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? You don't like what I'm doing or whatever. You got to remove yourself from your old environment and go into a new environment where don't nobody know you. Because when you go to a new environment, everybody gonna want to know you. And you just make your connects, boom, 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 boom. Do what you have to do, whatever your business plan is and stuff like that. I don't know. But you have to go to another environment. You got to keep going to other environments. Because when you keep going to other environments, one of the things too, you got to figure out where you're going to set your empire up at. It's all about location, where you're going to set it up at. So you got to keep learning from different people, keep learning. And one thing too, especially black women have this problem. You know what I'm saying? Black women, when they learn and somebody's like talking to them, maybe it's just black on black, but when they learn and shit, they talk too much. Entirely too much. You can tell in the comments, I don't know what it, and I really think that's that unhealthy, unrighteous nigga mentality on them too. Because they don't really listen to comprehend what you're saying a lot of the time. They just talk too much. Are you ever been in a situation where somebody asks you a question and before you can answer the question, they ask you another question and another question? Shit like that, dude. And they get mad because you don't answer the fastest, like all that type of shit. Like, no, we ain't going through that. So you just got to be careful in all this, man. Like I said, protect the crown at all times, man. At all times. The crown is forever in you, dude. People can take it. They can't never use it against you, though. It's your crown. Can't nobody use the crown against you. But they can take it. It's like, because the crown is like, you know what I mean? Makes you into a superhero. Once you love it, and once you love your weapons and everything, and that's what you have to do. You have to love those weapons. I know another video I spoke on it, but and so you have to love your weapons, dude. Your weapons are unique, and your ancestors gave you certain shit in order for you to travel into the wilderness of unknown land to protect yourself. You just gotta know how. You just gotta know how to use them. You cannot leave your weapons somewhere or don't want to use it because you don't know how it operates. You better find out how it operates. You ain't get it for nothing. And before you go on a journey to being a queen, or before you go on a journey or really go into your art, you have to be able to accept every single weapon that you have. I don't care how brutal it is. I don't care if you could talk real slick, you scandalous in certain kind of ways, you move certain kind of ways. No, if you're good at something, you're taking it with you. You're going to need everything. You never know what you're going to run up against in the jungle of this business shit. You take everything that you possibly can do. Because people are going to test you. People are going to try to stop you. So you'd rather have something that you turn into a weapon that you know in order to move some motherfucking shit around, man. You ain't come all the way out to a location to get stopped because you left your weapons at home. No, you take all of them. And that's what I do in evaluation with DOAs. I have to know what those weapons are, man, because we might have to really turn them into powerful situations and shit. I cannot have you handicapped out here on the field, dude. I feel like a queen should have all her weapons, dude. She should be able to choose from an assortment of things when she goes to battle with the world, dog, and the business shit and what she's trying to get. And it's my job that you take them with you. And it's my job to know how to use them. And they ready, dude. You're ready for battle, man, because you're going to need it. Man, people don't say you're a woman, dude. You're going to compete differently than a lot of other people, man. But when you're a DOH queen, it's different. It's easier, I feel. Because I really have to get the queens over here to understand, man, you really have to be able to decide how far you're going to go to accomplish the goal. If somebody says like, hey, like just say somebody says, oh, you got to stand out in the rain for 5 hours and then that door to the goal will be open. Are you willing to do that? Because if you're willing to do the hard shit, especially in the beginning, it doesn't become that hard that much no more. You're going to get tested. Your ancestors are going to test you. Your ancestors are connected to the universe. That's what I feel. And I feel like they gave you something to be able to survive. They gave you something, and they also gave you something to increase the bloodline and everything like that. But your ancestors are going to give you tests to make sure that you don't let nobody take that from you, because it's so precious to the bloodline that you cannot drop that ball nowhere, dog. You cannot, dog, let that shit fall. Like, you cannot let nobody take that from you, because it alters the bloodline. You got to be able to fight for your shit, dog. And you don't let nobody take it from you. And you be around people that's trying to help you. It just makes it a lot easier. Too many women, dog, are around people every single day that don't care about them. That's too much bad energy. Too much bad energy. And they don't even realize it. They really don't even understand it. That they're around like the enemies every damn day, dude. They just don't know it and shit. So you have to be able to be aware, man. You know, and it's not an easy thing to be a queen, dude. It's not. Because a lot of it is judgment, decision, skill level, and all that type of stuff, and what you're willing to be able to do to survive it, and what you're willing to do to protect your shit. A lot of people ain't willing to do the unthinkable to do it. A lot of people will. I look at it like this. I look at what the white man does now in America to protect its empire. I look at women doing the same thing. Doing whatever it takes, however high you got to go to make sure that nobody takes something from you or take the art from you. That's what you got to be able to think like, man. You got to train your brain to be able to do that. Because for some reason, right now, males, when they get in relationships with women, they try to destroy them for some reason. It may have been like that for a while, but they be trying to destroy their ass. For no reason, don't destroy them. It ain't like the girl did something to them and they want to destroy them or whatever like that. I'm getting you back for something you did to me. They want to destroy the power in a woman to make her weak. That is one of the biggest aims I see a lot of these dudes be doing this shit. I be asking questions and shit. I ask females, but it's one of the biggest things, man. They want to make the woman weak. They don't want the woman to be as powerful as them. And that's another thing that women need to be looking at. If that dude you dating is not talking to you almost every single day on how to make you more powerful or giving you things to make you more powerful, you're wasting your time, dude. You're never going to have to, look, when you're with a king, like when you've been kicking it with him, whatever like that, and he chooses to be with you longer or whatever like that, or he say stuff like, hey, let's go kick it or whatever, you need to kick it. You need to go. He's encouraging the kicking it, and then when you start talking, he got like notebooks and shit and pens and want to talk about business plans and all that type of shit, and that's what y'all talking about. When the focus of the conversation changes, well, not say changes, when the focus of the conversation is mostly dominated on business and building empires and stuff like that and all that type of stuff, and less on you personally, then you need to be rocking with that energy. That dude is locked in. So you just gotta look at it, man. You gotta listen to what they have to say, man. Like I said, with like a lot of black women, is that when dudes get to talking that's knowledgeable in certain stuff, they get to talking, they just don't be quiet, man, and listen and learn. They talk too much, man. And the dude got to stop and keep stopping and start again and keep stopping and start again. That shit is frustrating, man. A dude with the knowledge like that, dog, do not want to keep on going through all that. It's for a person who does not understand something, who's trying to figure out the answer to it, to just be quiet and learn. Just take the time to be quiet and learn, man. You ain't got nothing to talk about anyway. So we got to keep it like that, man. Like, for real. It's got to be better decision making. You know what I'm saying, on the women's behalf. You got to test dudes now. You really got to figure out if a dude is unrighteous in the beginning, not 6 months later, not 2 weeks later. You need to start developing tests that you can find like in the first 3 minutes. And you can't feel bad because nobody will date you. You can't feel bad because all your homegirls is out on dates kicking it and having fun, and you in the house with your notebook and you know what I mean, and you watching YouTube videos on your shit. That's what you're supposed. You really not, man. When you want to build an empire, you're not even really supposed to be going outside like that. You ain't supposed to be kicking it with people no more. Your relationship is your crown now. Your relationship is learning. That's where your relationship changes from. It changes to people, to learning more about what you're trying to do. That's what you should be doing. No more of that. No more going out. None of that. I know women might be like, man, I need to go out. No, you got to fight that urge, dude. No, because you're safe inside the house. Because you in an aura of love and learning, dude. You go outside the house to a club or whatever, it's chaos and all type of shit, just fucks up the energy, dude. You need that energy at your house because that's where your castle is at, where you live at. So you need to stay there, dude, and keep learning, man. That's important. You got to fight that urge. You got to fight that urge going out, doing other shit, dog. Everything from the point that you start really taking it serious like that, and you start putting the learning part to it and everything, and learn more about it and stuff, that's when you isolate yourself from people. That's all you do pretty much every day is learn. There's no reason, there's nothing else to really do, especially when it comes to people. Maybe get something to food, say hi to somebody, and that's about it. You know, a lot of times you got to turn your phone off. You got to discipline yourself. See, this is what I try to teach women, dude. I try to teach them. I told them this at DOH. I'm like, the problem with people achieving goals to me, especially women, is because they get distracted by shit. You got to eliminate distractions, man, in your life, dude. And you have to have the ability and just be like, hey, you're going to have to call me back, man. I'm working. Like even if the person may be like, oh, you always working, and you just got to hang up, man. They didn't hear that for the first time. You're going to start figuring out who's going to be sabotaging your shit too. A lot of stuff is going to happen. You're going to go through a major transformation. When you start sharing righteous things around certain people, you want to see who changes and who don't change. A lot of times you share righteous stuff around people and stuff like that, they stop fucking with you. Because they was unrighteous all that time. That's like, that'll let you know. It's like seeing all the roaches scatter. Be like, damn, dog, you was around me all that time? You just see them scattering away, dog, because they don't want to help you. They don't want to respond. They don't want you to ask them to help you. That's why they leave that fast. Because usually when you share an idea with somebody, first time you're just sharing an idea, you're not asking really for no help or whatever. But man, they not coming around no second time. Because they don't want to help. They don't want to do none of that. Those type of people they don't want to help you build it. They want to wait till you build it and then say that you're their friend and try to get some type of props off of what you made. And you got to eliminate that. And you should be happy people leave out your life voluntarily. You should be thanking God for that. You can't get mad. When people just start leaving, you just got to let them go like that. If people ain't fighting to stay in your life and stuff because they have something righteous to give you and shit, or something righteous to be able to say to you, whatever like that, then everybody else got to go, man. Only the righteous people, only the people that's on your wavelength like that is trying to really help you get to where you got to go should be around you every single day. Every day. You should be calling them people. You ain't supposed to be calling the people that's not helping you. You're not supposed to be listening to shit that somebody's saying is not helping you. When you call them and they talk about some other shit, that's breaking you off your focus. You got too much to learn. You need to be talking to the person that's going to help you. That's going to challenge you. It's going to get you up. Like, yo, let's go. Boom. You need to talk to these people, man. Because these are the people that come into your life or stayed in your life after you made the announcement that you was doing this type of stuff, and people start coming in and they want to be able to help like that. Sometimes God send you them earthly angels, man, to be able to help, man. Activate them and shit. Especially if you're real about what you're talking about.